Have you ever wondered why we really do what we do? Why do we help others? Why do we get an education? Why do we take an interest in politics? Are these really the reasons we tell ourselves and others? Or is there some deeper truth hidden behind it? The book The Elephant in the Brain sheds light on this topic. This book tries to explain that the reasons we believe behind many of our actions are not the real reasons. The real reasons are something else, which our mind hides even from us. We think of ourselves as very honest, good, and moral people. But in reality, our mind tells us such stories that make us feel good, not to tell the truth. We often associate our actions with good reasons, but the real motives hidden behind them are very different. If we understand these hidden truths, it can bring a huge change in our lives. It can make us self-aware, which will help us understand ourselves better. When we really know ourselves, we will be able to make more sensible and honest decisions in every area of life. Understanding this can also improve our relationships. Often we think that whatever we do in the name of love, friendship, and cooperation is completely selfless. But in reality, there is a trickery of our mind behind this too. If we recognize it, we can make our relationships even deeper and more real. This book also shows us that these hidden desires have a deep impact on our success. Many times we think that we are working hard because we really want to achieve our goal. But if we look deeply, we will find that our real purpose may be to look good in society, to impress others, or to maintain our self-respect. If we understand this truth, we will be able to see our goals in a different way and can find real happiness and success. The aim of the book is to make you aware of these hidden motives so that you can live your life with more wisdom, self-awareness, and honesty. This book will make you aware of the truths that will help you to recognize the real reasons behind your actions and look at life from a new perspective. When we really know ourselves, we make better decisions, build better relationships, and feel truly satisfied. This book will not only make you aware of these hidden motives, but will also tell you how you can apply this knowledge in your life so that you can become a more honest, strong, and successful person. So let's start this exciting and awareness-filled journey. Chapter 1: Why We Lie to Ourselves. Have you ever felt that you are doing something, but the real reason is something else? Do you really want to help others, or do you want to look good? Do you really want to study, or just score good marks in the exam? This question may sound strange, but the reality is that our brain is expert in hiding the truth even from ourselves. We think that all our decisions are completely based on honesty and good intentions, but in reality, it is not so. Our brain tells us such stories that make us feel good and keep us good in the eyes of others. This is a kind of self-deception, and it is hidden in every area of our life. Why does the brain hide our real intentions? Our brain is a very powerful tool, but its most interesting feature is that it is capable of hiding the truth even from ourselves. The reason for this is that if we see the truth completely, then our social image and self-esteem can be affected. Therefore, our brain hides our real intentions and convinces us that we are doing the right thing for the right reasons. For example, when we give money to a poor person, then we feel that we are doing the right thing for the right reasons. We think we are kind and benevolent altruists, but if we think deeply, we might be doing this to make others think we are good people or to make ourselves feel good. Similarly, when we win an argument, we think we are supporting the truth, but in reality, we just want to prove our superiority. All this happens unconsciously, and this is the main topic of this book: our hidden desires and motives. Why does our brain do this? We get the answer to this in evolution. Thousands of years ago, when man lived in jungles and caves, he needed two things the most to survive and to maintain his place in the social group. If a man got isolated in the society, his chances of survival would decrease. That is why our brain started developing in such a way that we could show ourselves better in front of others. If we understood our real intentions completely, we would probably feel embarrassed and our self-esteem would decrease. That is why our brain tells us false stories and makes us believe that whatever we are doing is with the best intentions. This helps us to live and move ahead in society easily. Let us understand with some real examples how this self-deception works in our life. We think that we are studying so that we can gain knowledge. But in reality, we study for a degree, honors, and a good job. If studies were only for knowledge, then why would we forget everything after passing the exam? We believe that we understand politics because we want to bring about a change in the society. But in reality, we are trying to prove our favorite party or ideology right. We are not really as concerned about justice and truth as we are about the victory of our group. When we post motivational posts on social media, we feel that we are inspiring others. But if we look honestly, then one reason for this is that we want likes and praise. When we help someone, we feel that we are doing it completely selflessly. But sometimes the real reason is to feel good, or we want to look good in front of others. This is the reason why people donate more when people are watching, but less when they are alone. Now the question arises that if our mind makes us different from ourselves, then why do we donate more when people are watching? Self-awareness also deceives us. So how can we avoid it? The first step is self-awareness. When we start understanding the real motives behind our actions, we can make decisions more honestly. This does not mean that we should make ourselves feel bad, but it means that we should live more effectively by understanding our truth. When we recognize our hidden motives, we can clarify our life goals, make our relationships deeper and more honest, get out of the cycle of social validation, and feel truly happy and satisfied. Our mind is an expert in hiding our real motives, and it tells us a false story so that we can feel good. This self-deception helps us to save our social status and make us more effective. But if we understand it, we can make our lives better. When we recognize our truth, we can live a more honest, independent, and happy life. Next time you make a decision, ask yourself this question. Is this really my intention, or is there some hidden reason behind it? When you start finding the answer to this, your life will become clearer and truer than ever before. Chapter 2. The social game survival and status. We all live in a social world where we have to interact with others every day. Whether we are working in an office, studying in school, spending time with friends, or being active on social media. An unseen game called the social game is going on everywhere. This game is not just limited to conversations or making relationships. Rather, it is part of a larger strategy in which we are trying to establish ourselves in society, create our identity, and control our relationships with others. We think that whatever we are doing it with complete honesty and open heart. But if we look deeply, there's a hidden motive behind every action of ours. Survival, power, and prestige status. Looking for how hidden motives work in the social system, our brain has evolved in such a way that we naturally recognize the social ladders and try to climb them. This process takes place completely at the subconscious level. That is, we do not even realize that we are doing this. Our behavior, our likes and dislikes, our way of speaking, everything is influenced by this hidden motive that how can we make our place in the society? And how can we show ourselves more impressive? When we are in a party or office meeting, we naturally want people to like us and get impressed by our words. We think that we are just having a conversation, but in reality, we are trying to improve our image and strengthen our social status. When we post our photos, thoughts, or achievements on social media, we feel that we are just sharing our life. But if we look deeply, a big reason behind this is that we want to get appreciation, likes, comments, shares from people so that we feel that we are important. Whether it is the race to get a promotion in the office, the desire to be the funniest person among friends, or the effort to get the most respect in the family, we are unconsciously engaged in this power struggle all the time. When we wear expensive clothes, travel in nice cars, or try to get a high-paying job, we convince ourselves that we are just living our life according to our choice. But the truth is that we are doing so to show our status in society. This game of prestige affects every small and big decision of ours. If we look at it from an evolutionary point of view, then it becomes easy to understand why people are attracted to power and recognition. Thousands of years ago, when humans lived in small groups, their survival depended entirely on how important they were in their group. Those who were influential in the group got more security, food, and mates. This is why our brain has evolved in such a way that we are always looking for power and prestige. We keep looking for opportunities even if we do not realize it. If you pay attention, you will find that this game is going on in almost every field of society. Business and corporate world, who is more influential, who has more reach, who will get promotion politics, who can influence more people, whose words will people trust more in the world of entertainment, and fame, who is the most popular, who has the most fans, relationships and friendships, who is the leader of the group whose words are given the most importance. Now the question arises that if all this is happening naturally in our mind, then can we avoid this social game? The answer is that we do not need to avoid this game completely. Rather, we should understand it and use it in the right direction. When you understand what are the hidden motives behind your decisions, then you can make your choices more honestly and wisely. Ask yourself, am I really doing this because I get happiness in it, or just because people like me? When we understand this, knowing that everyone is involved in this social game unknowingly, we can understand others' behavior better and have more empathy towards them, be naturally influential rather than compulsively chasing after power and prestige. Hone your abilities and help others genuinely. The real impact is made by those who are genuinely helpful and honest. When we reduce pretense and hidden motives in our relationships become stronger and more genuine. We get more satisfaction and happiness if we connect with people, not just for selfish reasons, but for a true emotional connection. Our brain has evolved in such a way that we always try to improve our position in society and increase our influence. This race to get power, prestige, and recognition is completely natural. But if we understand it, we can use it in the right way. When we recognize our hidden motives, we become more self-aware and can bring truth and depth to our relationships. So the next time you are talking to someone, think about it. When taking any decision, ask yourself this question: is it really right for me? Or am I just trying to improve my position in the society? When you start finding the answer to this question, you will be able to live your life with more truth, self-respect, and happiness. Chapter 1. The truth about education. We all have been hearing since childhood that the main purpose of education is to gain knowledge and create a bright future. We are sent to school, asked to give exams, put in the race to get degrees, and are made to believe that the more we learn, the more successful we will be. But is this the whole truth? Is the real purpose of education only to gain knowledge, or is there any hidden purpose behind it? If we think deeply, we will find that education is not limited to learning only, but it also shows our intelligence and discipline in the society. Conformity not only gives us knowledge of subjects, but also shows how intelligent, hardworking, and disciplined we are. This is the reason why education system is so important. Often, degree is considered more important than knowledge. Is education really meant for learning? Let us understand this with a simple example. Suppose a person studied engineering for 4 years, but after joining a job, he never had to use 80% of his knowledge. Still, he got a good job because he had earned a difficult degree. This means that education was not just for gaining knowledge, but to prove that the person can overcome difficult challenges, maintain discipline for a long time, and work according to the expectations of the society. Our education system is based on showing our ability more than our knowledge. When we get a degree from a prestigious university, it is considered more valuable than our actual knowledge. It shows that we are hardworking, follow social norms, and can move ahead in competition. A large part of education is based on signaling. This means that our degrees, grades, and certificates are there to prove how capable and intelligent we are, irrespective of whether we have a deep understanding of the subject or not. Importance of degree versus real knowledge. If only knowledge was important, people could learn from free online courses and get good jobs. But the reality is that without a degree, people are deprived of great opportunities, even if they are qualified. The reason is that employers do not just want to see what you know. They want to see if you can follow a difficult process for 4 years. Game of grades and marks. Many of us must have realized that to score good marks in the exam, we often memorize the subject but never develop real understanding. The reason is that our education system puts more emphasis on looking like a good student then on gaining real knowledge. Social importance of school and college education is not just a process of learning from books, but it is also meant to mold us in the society and teach us to follow the rules. A degree is necessary to get a good job. But how many of us really use the things we learn in college in our daily lives? Now the question arises that if these are the hidden objectives of education, then how can we use it for our real development? Understand the real reason for learning. Getting a degree may be necessary, but real success comes to those who are really interested in learning. If you want to become really skilled in your field, then you should not limit yourself to books only, but also acquire practical knowledge. Focus more on skills than degrees. The world is changing rapidly, and now it is not easy to get a job with just a degree. That is why it is important that you focus on real skills, soft skills, and technical skills, and keep updating yourself. Develop the habit of asking questions and thinking independently. Our education system prepares us to give rote answers, but real success comes to those who learn from themselves. Ask questions, discover new things, and have the courage to think differently. Make education not a means to get a job, but a means of self-development. If we look at education only to get a job, then we will not be able to extract real happiness and knowledge from it. But if we adopt it to make our life better and develop our thinking, then it will take us ahead in every field. Develop the habit of lifelong learning. Do not limit yourself to school and college only. Develop the habit of learning new things, reading books, developing skills, and increasing your knowledge throughout life. Education is not just for gaining knowledge, but also a way to show your intelligence and discipline in the society. Schools and colleges do not only teach us subjects, but also prove how hardworking and disciplined we are. But if we adopt it wisely, then we can make education not only a means to get a degree, but a means of our real development and self-growth. So the next time you learn something new, ask yourself this question: what is the purpose of learning? Am I doing this just for the degree and grades? Or I really want to understand this? When you really start learning, you will achieve true success not only in education, but also in life. Chapter for the reality of charity and altruism. We believe that people help others just because they are good people and they care about others. But if we look deeply, we will find that charity is not always selfless, but there is a long list of hidden motives behind it. Do people really help others just out of kindness? The answer to this question is not as straightforward as it seems. Studies have shown that when people donate or do charity, there can be many hidden motives behind it, which include creating a good image in the society. People donate more when they know that others will know about their donation. This is the reason why rich people announce charity in big functions, and companies and society make donations. People donate money in big social causes to improve their image, reducing guilt. Sometimes people donate because they want to reduce the guilt they feel. When we give money to the poor, we feel that we have justified our privilege and have contributed to society, getting social approval. When people tell others that they are donating, one of the reasons is to get appreciation from others. This is why many people post on social media to show their philanthropic work, power, and control. Sometimes people donate so that they can show their strength and strengthen their position in the society. Big industrialists, political leaders, and famous personalities often try to increase their power through philanthropy. Is philanthropy completely wrong? It would be wrong to say that there is nothing good in philanthropy. Ultimately, helping someone is a good deed, no matter what the motive behind it is. If hunger is satiated, a poor person gets an education, or a sick person gets treatment, society benefits from it. But the question is, how can we donate in a truly effective and honest way? If we really want to make a difference in the world and help people, we need to think deeply about our intentions and actions. Donate anonymously, give anonymously. If your motive is to really help, try to make sure that your donation is not visible to others. When you donate anonymously, you can be sure that your motive is to help, not to get praise from others. Focus on long-term change. Giving immediate help is a good thing, but if you really want to make a difference, focus on ways that can improve people's lives permanently. For example, instead of just giving money to a poor person, it may be more effective to provide him with education or employment opportunities to make him self-reliant. Volunteering is no easier than donating money. But if you really want to help, put your time and energy into a good cause. When you volunteer, you connect directly with people and understand their real needs. Question your motives. Whenever you do charity, ask yourself, am I doing this just to improve my image, or does this really matter to me? If we recognize the truth within ourselves, we can help society more honestly. Focus on making people self-reliant. If you give money to someone repeatedly, he may become dependent on you. Instead, promote opportunities that help people improve their lives. As the famous saying goes, don't give someone a fish, teach him how to fish. Charity and philanthropy are often not selfless. There may be hidden motives behind it, such as creating a good image in society, reducing guilt, gaining social acceptance, and increasing influence. But this does not mean that charity is wrong. You need to do it the right way. If we really want to make a difference, we should donate not for image enhancement, but for real impact. So the next time you help someone, ask yourself this question. Am I doing this to show off, or do I really care? If your answer is yes, you will not only change the lives of others, but also find true peace and happiness in your own soul. Chapter 5: The Illusion of Medicine and Care. Whenever we have a health problem, we go to the doctor, take medicines, and feel that we have taken proper care of our health. But is this the whole truth? Do we really get treatment just because we need it, or is there an ulterior motive behind it? The reality is that we are drawn to medicine not only for health benefits, but also for social and mental satisfaction. We go to the doctor not just to get well, but also to get peace of mind. Our family is not concerned, and we feel that we are taking care of our health. Sometimes we get unnecessary tests done, take extra medicines, and undergo medical procedures without consulting a doctor, just because we feel that doing something is better than doing nothing. If we look carefully, we will find that treatment is not just a means to heal the body, but also a social and psychological game. Some examples: feeling the need to do something when we are sick. We feel that we should do something instead of just resting and letting the body heal itself. We prefer to go to the doctor and take medicines. Even if it is not necessary, it makes us feel that we are in control, getting social acceptance and care. Sometimes we also go to the doctor so that we can get sympathy and care from family, friends, and society. When we are sick, people worry about us, take care of us, and we get special importance. This feeling makes us feel good. Unnecessary tests and treatments. Nowadays, people undergo major medical tests even for minor problems because they think that this will give them more control over their health. Sometimes doctors also prescribe unnecessary tests because this has become an industry. The attraction of branded medicines and expensive treatment. But the truth is that sometimes cheaper medicines are also as effective. Is more treatment really good? We think that the more treatment we get, the healthier we will be. But the truth is that more medicines, unnecessary surgeries, and frequent hospital visits can have a negative impact on health. In many cases, the body is capable of healing itself, and too much intervention can disrupt the natural process. In today's modern world, many diseases are related to lifestyle, such as obesity, high blood pressure, diabetes, stress, etc. The real solution for these is not just medicines, but proper diet, exercise, and mental peace. But still, people prefer to take medicines because it is easy, and we do not need to change our habits for this. If we really want to stay healthy, then instead of depending on medicine, we have to take the real responsibility of our health. Focus on prevention and not just treatment. But the best treatment is that we do not get sick. This means that we should take care of our health. You have to improve your daily routine. You have to eat right. You have to exercise regularly and stay mentally healthy. Adopt a healthy lifestyle. Instead of taking medicines, try to take care of your health naturally. Yoga, meditation, exercise, and good sleep play an important role in maintaining your health. Avoid going to the doctor unnecessarily. Doctor's advice is necessary, but if your problem is mild and your body can cure it on its own, then also look for the option of taking rest and adopting natural remedies. Understand the medical industry. Today, Medicine is not just a service, but has become a big industry. Many times, tests, medicines, and treatments are unnecessarily exaggerated for profit. We should decide wisely that when we really need treatment and when it is just an illusion. Give priority to mental health. Mental stress is also a big reason for physical illness. If we are mentally calm and happy, then our body will also be healthier. We should turn to medicine and treatment not just for health, but also for mental and physical health. We are also attracted to social satisfaction. Many times we visit doctors unnecessarily, get unnecessary tests done, and depend on medicines. However, the real solution lies in changing our lifestyle. If we really want to stay healthy, we need to take care of our body.